called Darian Fenton.
I'm going to endeavour to take a call on this bill. You will forgive me if my voice collapses halfway through. I have the loogie that many other members of Parliament have had, and I can see the Minister looking very sympathetic there. Well, at least he's not gloating. Is that right? Does he carry garlic or something? Yeah. Anyway, it is a pleasure to take a call on the Members of Parliament Remuneration and Services Bill in Part 1. And in responding to the last speaker, Mr. Chair, I have some sympathy with what she's saying, and I have a lot of sympathy with the general public's view, and particularly at a time when we are facing workers struggling to get pay increases. 46% of the population of working population haven't had a pay increase. The government is proposing to make it even harder for workers to conclude collective agreements and win pay increases. So I completely understand and support the comments that people have made. However, I do want to say that, speaking to the purpose of this document, I think the Select Committee has done an excellent job. I've read through their report, and it was chaired by the excellent member Ruth Dyson, and I know the member Chris Ockenville was there as well. And I think the changes to the purposes clause make a lot of sense, and they spell it out really very clearly about what this bill is intended to do. And it is to ensure that the House of Representatives and its members are properly supported in a way that maintains confidence in the integrity of Parliament. Now, that's very, very important. We do have to be properly supported to do our jobs, but we also have to be able to demonstrate integrity. And I think the changes that this bill brings do enough to demonstrate integrity in Parliament. The other purposes of the Act include providing for the remuneration of members of Parliament, and members of the public do get upset when we get pay increases, but it's important to emphasise that this bill continues the practice of remuneration being decided by the Remuneration Authority, so it is very much at arm's length from the Parliament and independent, and ensuring that members of Parliament are provided with the services they are required to enable them to carry out their roles and functions. Now, Materia Ture and others have talked about the importance of us actually being in this place, of coming to Wellington, and I don't know why anyone would think it was a perk to get on a plane, to leave home at 5 o'clock on a Tuesday morning and get on a plane to come to Wellington, particularly when it's not a very nice day and you do the waving of the wings coming into Parliament. But we do have to be here. Our primary job is legislating. Our primary job is as legislators, and that's why we are here. Our primary job in opposition is to hold the government to account, and so that's why we must be in Wellington. We can't do this by remote control. We have to be in Wellington. And also we do need efficient and effective systems for determining the services that are provided to the members of Parliament. And may I say that I think that the support services we have around this Parliament are excellent. And I want to put on record, Mr. Chair, my thanks to the parliamentary staff and parliamentary services staff who do a wonderful job in very difficult circumstances. And the tricky one really is around the travel services for family members of Parliament, and that's where this bill will change that, so those travel services for family members are decided by the Remuneration Authority. The tricky bit, the point of conflict really is that members of Parliament's travel arrangements will not be decided. They will continue with the current arrangements. Now, as I say, I think the committee did an excellent job, and I know they heard from many submitters, about 18 submitters, but they considered this issue very carefully, and I'm sure that they considered how this is a perception to the public. But I think it is important also that the travel arrangements for members of Parliament to do their job do involve people that actually understand what doing the job is all about. The people that know what it's like to be in this place, know what the requirements are, know when we're expected to turn up, know when we're not. So I think, as I said, I think the Select Committee has done a very good job of putting together or changing the purpose clause of this bill. Clause 4 is an overview, I think a very useful overview, Mr. Chair, and I'm sure that we're going to talk a little bit more about other parts in the bill, but I think it's a very useful overview. Thank you.
Chris Ockenbold.
Thank you. I would just like to rise